So my interest for 30 years now has been, how do you minimize the human impact? I got frustrated with journalism after about 10 years, and I actually went straight into advocacy. I focused on environmental law, energy policy. I worked on everything related to natural gas, coal power, sustainable food systems, forestry management, sustainable oceans, fisheries. So I've kind of done the full tour of these issues. And it doesn't matter which one you look at. In every single case, the most important thing humans can do to reduce their impact on the planet is to live closer together. People are now saying, oh, well, electric cars are going to help us. And I'm saying, well, okay, stipulated that they're cleaner at the tailpipe. But here's the problem. There's still a problem with the battery manufacturing, and there's still a problem with the power production. In power production, we're solving in California. So we're going to have that problem actually taken care of in the next decade. I'm very confident of that because of what's happening with things like solar and grid storage. But here's the thing that's sort of lost on people. So everybody in California is like, oh, well, I'll buy an electric car and we can still have sprawl and it'll solve the problem. Guess what the number one source of plastic pollution is on the coast? Ground up car tires. When you drive up and down the road, particularly in a car that weighs twice as much, your tires, what is traction? It is literally tiny pieces of your tire being ground into the concrete and coming off and forming dust. That dust is one of the leading sources of particulate matter. And that particulate matter, every time it rains, washes right into the ocean. You can take any fish out of the California coast and test its blood, and you'll find tire particles. And people need to understand, we'll probably never completely crush the oil industry. There's certain products that we get from oil that are going to be really hard to replace soon. Fertilizers, a lot of plastics that we've sort of become dependent on. But the point is, we can knock out easily 70 to 80% of that oil demand by changing the way we do transportation. And we urgently need to do that. The problem is, each time we build a new sprawl housing development, we lock in oil dependence for another 20 to 30 years, even if we're buying electric cars. The reason is that most cars on the road today run on gasoline, and the average car is like 13 years old. So if you get one new electric car, you're getting 20 new gasoline cars at the same time. We're running backwards. The miles per gallon goes down as you drive the car. The EVs now will clean their carbon debt. It depends on how much you drive. So like there's this irony that you actually have to drive a certain amount. So if you're driving 9,000 miles a year, 10,000 miles a year, which is about the median, some people a little more, some people a little less, that car will beat a gasoline car in 18 months to 2 years in terms of the carbon footprint. Most people keep their cars longer than that. So, and as soon as you've paid it off, it's like straight to zero. It's a vast improvement over gasoline cars. The problem, there's two big problems, and now there's a new one coming in, which is the lithium shortage. One big problem is the global car industry really doesn't want to make electric cars. They're selling SUVs and trucks like gangbusters. And people think it's just the United States thing. It is not. It is a global phenomenon. The car industry has fully pivoted to the largest, most polluting vehicles they could possibly make. And the fact that they're doing this now, to me, it's an unforgivable sin. It's like, you guys, we've known for decades you're going to have to make this shift and you're going in the wrong direction. So that's one big problem. The other is cars are expensive. Most people don't buy new cars ever in their lives, and they keep getting more expensive. And so this notion that we're going to have an equitable transition to a lower carbon future by having people buy $60,000 electric cars, to me, is just laughable.